Welcome students. Here is the second module of chapter number 6, Angles. In this module, we will be learning problem set 26, which is based on the angles that we have learned how to draw an angle of given measurement in previous module. So, we will practice to draw some angles of given measurement in this problem set 26. Next, we will learn various types of angles, that is acute angle, right angle and obtuse angle, along with the examples. Then we will see what are parallel and perpendicular lines with some examples, and we will solve some simple examples questions based on parallel and perpendicular line. Problem set 26. Draw and name the following angles with the help of a protractor. In previous module, we have learned how to draw an angle of given measurement using a protractor. Here, some angles of various measurements are shown for your better understanding. Let us learn types of angles. First, let us know about a right angle. Angles of measure 90° are called as right angles. For example, you can see here in the picture angle TRS is of 90°. Therefore, angle TRS is of 90°. Therefore, it is a right angle. You will find many examples of a right angle around you. For example, the corners of the book makes angle of 90° here. You can see in the next picture the corners of the table and the corners of the chair also makes an angle of 90°. Here in the next picture you can see the steps, the corners of the steps of a staircase also makes angle of 90°. So here also you will find a right angle. Let us learn about acute angle. An angle which measures less than a right angle, that is less than 90°, is called an acute angle. Here in the picture you can see angle of angle RPQ which is less than 90°. Therefore, we can see angle RPQ is an acute angle. You will find many examples of acute angle around you. For example, here in the picture you can see the hour hand and the minute hand of a clock makes an angle which is less than 90°. So we can say this is an acute angle. Let us see one more example. You can see the corners of a piece of a pizza also make an angle which is less than 90 degree. Therefore, we can say here it is also an acute angle. Let us learn about obtuse angle. An angle which measures more than a right angle, that is more than a 90 degree, is called an obtuse angle. Here, as you can see in the picture, angle POQ is of 123 degree, which is more than 90. Therefore, this is an obtuse angle. You will find many examples of obtuse angle around you. Here is one example. You can see a hand fan in the picture. You can see the edges of the fan makes obtuse angle with each other. Also, in the second picture, you can see the blades of a windmill makes an obtuse angle with each other. Let us learn about parallel lines. Parallel lines never meet, they never intersect each other. For example, here you can see in the picture line A and line B are parallel to each other. Parallel lines do not intersect, that is, they do not cut each other, no matter how far they are extended on either side. The two lines are said to be parallel if they never intersect each other, and these lines are always at a specific distance, that is, the distance between these lines are always constant throughout. You can see here one more picture. Line M and line N are also parallel to each other. You can see the distance between them is constant throughout and they never meet each other no matter how far they are extended on either side. You will find many examples of parallel lines around you. Here is one example, very familiar example. A pair of rails on a railway track is a very good example of parallel lines. As you can see, the rails of a railway track are never meet each other and also the distance between them is constant throughout. Let us see one more example here. The scale or the ruler that you are using for your maths construction, you can see the edges of the ruler is also an example of parallel lines. As you can see, they never meet each other and the distance between them is also constant throughout. Let us learn about perpendicular lines. When two lines form an angle of 90 degree with each other, they are said to be perpendicular to each other. Let us see the example. You can see in the picture line XY and the line AB makes an angle of 90° with each other. Therefore, we can say line XY and line AB are perpendicular to each other. Let us see some examples. You can see a blackboard in the picture. Here, the adjacent sides of a blackboard makes an angle of 90° with each other. So, we can say the adjacent sides of a blackboard are perpendicular to each other. Let us see one more example. Here, many a times the long hand and the short hand of a clock makes an angle of 90° with each other. As you can see here, it's a 3 o'clock in this clock. At this time, you can see the minute hand and the hour hand makes an angle of 90° with each other. Therefore, we can say at this time, long hand and the short hand of a clock are perpendicular to each other. Problem set 27. Here is the first question. Give two examples of parallel lines you can see in your environment. Now here you have to write any two examples of parallel lines that you can see around you. So there are many examples. Here you can see in the picture. The vertical bars on this window are parallel to each other. If we extend this bar on either sides further, they will never intersect or they will never meet. And also the distance between them is same. Therefore, this is the example of a parallel lines. One more example is here in the second picture. You can see the horizontal lines in the notebook. This is very familiar example to you. You can see these horizontal lines. If you extend it further, they will also never meet, never intersect each other. Also, you can see the distance between them is same. So, this is also one of the example of parallel lines. Next question is, give two examples of perpendicular lines you can see in your environment. So again, you will get many examples of perpendicular lines around you. So here in the first picture, I have shown a pole and its shadow. So you can see the pole and its shadow makes an angle of 90° with each other. So we can say the pole and its shadow are perpendicular to each other. One more example, as you can see in the picture, a book. The adjacent sides of a notebook also makes an angle of 90° with each other. So We can say the adjacent sides of a notebooks are also perpendicular to each other. Next question is, look at the pictures given below. Decide whether the lines given in pictures below are parallel or perpendicular to each other and write the answer in the box. So here, as you can see, the pictures of various lines are given and where boxes also given, and we have to write whether the given lines are parallel or perpendicular to each other. So as you can see in the first, third and the fourth picture, you can see these two lines. If you extend further, they will never meet, they will never intersect each other. Therefore, in the first, third and the fourth picture, the lines are parallel to each other. Now, in the second and the last, fifth picture, you can see the two lines makes an angle of 90 degree with each other. Therefore, we can say the lines in picture 2 and the last fifth picture are perpendicular to each other.